Saskatchewan RCMP continue to search for 2 suspects after a shooting this morning left 1 person dead and 3 others wounded. It happened on Big Island Lake Cree Nation near the Saskatchewan-Alberta border. A dangerous person alert ended just last hour, the RCMP saying it no longer believes there is an imminent risk to public safety. The dead man's father tells CBC News he got a phone call telling him his son, Neil, seen in this photo here, had been shot. He says police were already on scene and tried CPR, but couldn't save his life. The police had warned residents to stay indoors while they searched for suspects before giving the all clear. The CBC's Lisa Risom is at the scene and joins us now. Lisa, thanks for doing this. Take us through what happened here.
Well, the residents of Big Island Lake Cree Nation spent a terrifying day under lockdown. Numerous RCMP descended upon the community, and it's been a very frightful day for most people here. So right behind me, you can see the crime scene. 4 people were shot on this gravel road in the early morning hours this morning. We spoke with the uncle of one of the victims. He was one of the first people on the scene this morning to arrive. Gary Wapistaquan says he heard gunshots at 5:40 a.m. Then people came to his door, knocked on the door. They were bleeding. He recognized one of them as his nephew. So Gary had 2 of his nephews shot. His nephew, Neil Wapistaquan, was lying on the road behind me. RCMP arrived at the scene and tried to perform life-saving measures. Unfortunately, they were unable to save Neil. Let's listen to what Gary had to say.
Well, somebody knocked on the door first. Then I went back. I didn't open the door right away. And his boyfriend came out and said, yeah, we heard gunshots too down the road here. And I said, I heard the gunshots too, but I thought it was on my phone. And when I opened the door, 2 young girls were standing on the doorway, and one boy was laying on the steps, and he got shot in the back. And they said they got shot, and Neil's laying on the road there, might be unconscious, he said. So running to my room, grabbed the phone. I phoned my brother, told him that his son got shot, to come out here right away. So I came running out, started up my truck, backing up, and cops drove by here. Then I went to that scene, and cops were doing CPR on my nephew.
The others who were injured were transported to hospital. Unfortunately, they were unable to save Neil, and he died on the scene. The father of the victim found out also very short, in the early morning hours, what had happened. He was quite shooken up by the news that his son had died. They were very concerned that the people that perpetrated the crime were still out there, and went home and stayed indoors. So the father of the man said Neil was good at helping him do plumbing. He was also a pseudo-father to one of his nephews. He says the shooting came as a complete shock, and because the suspects were on a quad, they were likely local people. Let's listen to what his dad had to say.
I hope those guys, they get caught, and whoever's bringing drugs here, and I hope they kick them out and get rid of those guys that are doing drugs, selling drugs on this reserve, especially that meth.
The chief of Big Island Lake Cree Nation says they had hired local band members to serve as security guards at checkpoints going in and out of the community. Now, they would stop people and screen them as they were coming in to see if, try to prevent drugs and gang members for coming into the community. There's been some problems here recently, but nothing major like this. So this has been quite a day here on Big Island Lake Cree Nation.
It's a shocking scene, Lisa, and we can only imagine what these families are going through. Where do things stand tonight now that police have called down this alert?
Well, police continue to investigate. They remain on the scene. There is a high police presence in the community. Because of what happened, everyone is locking their doors, double checking who they're speaking with. Nobody is trusting their neighbor right now. The RCMP will continue with their investigation, and hopefully they'll come up with their suspects soon.
The CBC's Lisa Risom is in Big Island Lake, Cree Nation. Thank you, Lisa.